Guys, another day, another wonderful episode.
Mm-hmm.
Today's guest is my favorite lady in the world. I think she doesn't know she has 24 hours in a day. The rest of us do. She doesn't have 24 hours in a day. So this is Miss Irene Achigui. She is a nurse. She's an entrepreneur. In her entrepreneurship, she has a African Caribbean store. She sells African products, food stuffs, clothes. This girl sews too, by the way, when she has time. And on top of that, she makes us all beautiful. She braids my hair.
Okay.
So do you see she has a family? You see what I'm saying? She doesn't know she has 24 hours in a day. But I'll let you kind of give us your story. Tell us you're coming to America, why you came, when you came, how you transitioned into what maybe going to school and then work and then the entrepreneurship. Okay, and we'll just kind of walk through all of that. All right.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Grace. Good evening again to
All right.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know where to start. It
You can
has been
start.
a long
You can start
journey.
with when you came to the
From the
country
beginning.
from the beginning.
Um, I came in America in 2011. I believe
Oh,
it's make it what 14 years now or 15.
oh
I
Yeah.
yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. From where?
From Cameroon. I'm
Oh,
from
nice.
Cameroon.
Yes.
I came in by marriage. I came to join my husband
Mm.
who was here. Um, I
And he's from Cameroon too, right?
He's from Cameroon too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my initial visa was I came with a visitor visa. Uh, for the I would say the first 2 years, I didn't have a work permit. I didn't have the work visa, so I wasn't allowed to work, and I didn't know English at all. So
Really?
yeah, I didn't know English. I mean, like maybe good morning, like a very basic one, but I learned English. I learned to communicate in English while I was here. So the first 2 years were
Tough.
very challenging. It was tough.
Wow.
The culture, is different.
Mm.
America is different in anything. It's different. Everything is different. So for the first 2 years, I was at home. I was taking English class, learning English. It was my main focus, learning the language. And for the first year, I wasn't allowed to, not allowed, I wasn't able, I didn't have the possibility to go to study because I came in Cameroon, I was a teacher. I was a high school teacher. Initially, when I came, I wanted to continue into teaching, but my first barrier was the language
Yeah.
and the difference in culture. So I feel like I was
Mhm.
going to have hard time adjusting in the educational system in America. So I started thinking, what like the I think it's everybody
Yeah.
immigrant journey. What am I going to
Yes.
do?
Mhm.
Which career should I continue the same career path or should I switch to something else? If yes, what? So um those first 2 years I focused on learning the language. In the meantime, I was braiding because back in Cameroon, I I learned to braid while I was in college. When I was in the educational school, I was during break time, I always go into a braiding salon and learn how to braid, sewing salon to learn how to sew. I like hands on.
Mm.
So it was my first things that I do, like my first job that I was able to make, to make a few money was with braiding hair. It's not until 2 years later when I finally have my visa. I will have my visa through my husband work. He got a visa through his work, and then I consequently I have visa too. So I was able to go back to school. I'll start looking into college, send application for education, but most of them, the degree I have in Africa, a lot of my classes were not recognized. It came down to basically restarting everything over if I wanted to be a teacher. So I decided to change the
Wow.
path and go into nursing.
Isn't that interesting? So we learned something new about teaching because with nursing, some people can do NCLEX. We found out the other day. With lawyer, you can do the bar exam. That's in. Oh, okay. Hmm.
Mhm.
So
Irene,
you're in
sorry, before you
So
continue, let me ask you, what languages did you speak before you came
French,
to the US?
My French.
French, yeah.
Oh, you spoke French. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the French-speaking part of Cameroon.
Cameroon, yeah. I
you and
think when
Guillermo
she
can
said
go.
no, when she said that she was learning English, I was like, oh, she's from the French part.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You
So
speak such good English now. Sorry, Biamo.
yeah. No, you're fine. I was wondering, so you say your degree didn't transfer, like, did you had like a bachelor back home and then put so many years there and then you came here to start over? Like, what kind of degree was it that you had back home, like to compare here?
I have a bachelor. Bachelor, you know how we call it baccalaureate.
Baccalaureate,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a high school diploma. I
Mm,
went to college. I
mm,
did 2 years of general study in college, and then
mm.
I went into the teacher college,
Oh,
and
wow.
I did 4 year in the teacher college. So I have a
Wow.
baccalaureate in teaching.
Education.
In teaching,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I wonder if it's maybe because it was in French. Maybe that's why it was hard to translate.
Hmm.
I think maybe because it was in Africa, I would say. That would be my thing. No kidding.
Yeah.
You have a lot. I've met friends that were doctors back home and or like, had a certain field, but because they did not recognize from that country specifically, they don't have an
Mm,
alliance.
Yes.
And
mm,
Yeah.
when they come here, they have to kind of start over.
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say they have specific country that they recognize the diploma. If your country they don't recognize the diploma from your country, they
Mm.
basically don't know it, so they can really translate into finding an
Yeah.
equivalent where the place where they can play. Yeah.
You know what? I think that's what it is because in Kenya now they're actually importing, is that the word? Teachers.
Mm,
Hmm.
There's some kind of visa that they're using. Like
mm,
you had Mercy, right? There's
Mm.
a bunch of teachers who came and they're teaching in Wendell and I don't know where.
Yeah, and it's a lot of countries too. Even Zimbabwe, they have teachers
Even
from,
Zimbabwe.
yeah,
Huh.
even
Hmm.
teachers, nurses, social workers.
Hmm. Interesting.
So I
Okay.
guess
in the
it just,
country. Hmm.
and I think also that goes to licensing as well, maybe.
What do you
Maybe
mean?
certain professions you can
Hmm.
take the exam to be licensed. Maybe that what kind
Mm.
of helps with
Yeah.
the equivalency. I don't know.
Who knows?
Could be.
Maybe somebody will join us one day and they'll tell us.
And tell us their
They're
journey,
learning so
right?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you decided to go into nursing after you looked around?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that was here already. I think a lot of it was their influence,
Hmm.
telling me,
Yeah.
You
nursing
should do that.
Oh
actually,
yeah. We
Mm.
know all about that. All of
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
in a different episode.
Yeah.
We
You
have
Right.
come
gone
in and you do what people are doing.
yeah.
I think at that point it was more that, and I could see that it was gonna be a tough journey if I decided to go into education, the language barrier and all that. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
decided to, and it's something that I like. In Cameroon, I don't know, maybe it's true to other African countries too. You don't really do what you like. You do what
You're told to do.
you're told to, or what your
Mm-hmm.
family is able to get you into.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
health is something that from since I was little, is something that I wanted to work into health with, but I didn't have the opportunity back home. So,
So let me ask you about your English classes. Did you have to take them like at a community college? How was that?
uh, no, I started my first was it wasn't in a community college. My first 2 years learning English, I was in New York, in upstate New York, in a town called Ithaca.
Mm.
I don't know where they have Cornell University, one of those Ivy League. So they have a very good um English as second language program because
Mm,
there's a lot of Asian immigrants,
mm,
people from Europe that comes to study there, and international students, and they have a very well English program. It was in a program, they call it BOSIS. I don't know if
mm.
You call it
Bosses.
what?
BOSIS, BOCES.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit like adult
Education.
educational schools
Mm.
programs. It's state founded. They teach English as second language. They teach career like CNA program, a medical assistant. They do how do you call AC like job like how do you
Placement?
call it?
Mm.
Is
People
it
that
job
fix the toilet,
placement?
plumbing.
Oh, plumbing. Okay.
Plumbing,
Oh,
like those kind of little job for
oh, that's
adult that one,
nice.
yeah, little career. So that's
Mhm.
it was a state founded program that they teach
Mm.
people, mainly adult students and people who didn't drop out of school or they want to just learn a job. So it was a school like that. They
Like
have
a
them in New York,
vocational school.
applicational school, yeah. So it was one of those, but in that area, the main thing was English because there were a lot of international students.
Look at that. Little
And
tips and tricks for everybody as they come in. Who knew?
yeah, and they also have like if you go in there and you want to do academic, they teach academic English and they teach English for people who just need to learn enough English to be able to, go out and find a job. Me, I wanted to go to school, so they put me on the educational pathway in academic English. So I was there with those college students, but we didn't get any credit and you don't pay. It was free too.
Oh, that's good.
And every day, I used to go every day and from
Interesting.
morning, I think from 8 to 3. It was pretty intense.
I mean, your English is pretty good. I would not have guessed that.
Really
You
nice.
landed here.
That's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. And so you then from there you went into the nursing program or the CNA or which one? What
I
was the
started as LPN.
Ah,
I didn't do the CNA program. I started, we have a community college, but from the boss's school, I applied to an NPL. Although when I first went to apply, the lady that was receiving the applications, she advised me to not go into the LPM program. She wanted me to do either medical assistant or the CNA program because she didn't
why?
feel like I could understand. If I don't know, sometimes I feel like when you don't know English, sometimes when you're communicating with people, they you have the impression that they think you don't know anything.
Anything
The
else?
barrier is language. It's not your
Yes.
faculty of thinking. So I think I came to that conclusion sometime. Like I'm not stupid. I just don't understand you.
Exactly.
Let me tell you a funny story. That is so true what you just said. I remember, I think it was maybe 2, 3 years after I came, and I was traveling to go back home, and I was sitting in the emergency seat, and then the lady, you know how they have to come and tell you you have to help if in case of emergency, blah blah blah. She came there, she's shouting. As soon as she saw my name, hi, and I'm like, hey. And she's telling us and she's shouting. And at some point, I was like, I understand you. You don't need to shout. I just have an accent. That's it.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's interesting when you don't speak not even eloquent. When you don't speak well, they assume you're deaf
Yeah.
or you're not
You don't know anymore. Yeah.
sad. Anywho,
So that was my first obstacle, like getting where like I'm here to apply for the NPA program. She's talking and I'm asking, can you repeat, please? So she's
She's like, oh,
she
she's
did
not
her
gonna
little
make
quick
it.
assessment and she told me, you know what? I'll probably advise you to start maybe with something like the L program. It's very challenging. It's yeah, I don't want you to go there and then end up dropping. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I'm surprised that they didn't have you do the CNA first, even if you don't have to work as a CNA. But it shows that every state is different because some states you have to have your CNA
Or before you can do LPN.
start. Yeah, before you don't have to work as one, but they want you to go through the class.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so it depends. So
Yeah, it wasn't a requirement to be a
Oh, okay.
CNA. Yeah, they have you pass I think it was one of the tests. I don't remember what's called. Yeah, you did the text, and it's initial test, it's a math, there's a English comprehension, just like to filter and see if you pass, if you have a good passing score,
Then you go.
they will do an interview, and then
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And to be honest, she make my she shook my confidence. So when she told, and I said, okay, I'll think about it.
Oh,
And I went and talked to my husband and my friend who was already a nurse. She was like,
Don't
like,
let that.
don't let them discourage you. Go and take the test. And I have one of the best score when I took the test.
wow.
So
But you know what's funny is like and some people they may want to mean well by saying, hey, it's a lot, it's challenging. But it's like, let me take that challenge. How about you let me take? That's a challenge I want to have. So don't
right.
worry about how challenging it's going to be for me. Let me do it. So,
Mhm.
but you know, it shows like teacher, they can really, they have this position where they can really push you up or just bring you down. So I'm
Right.
glad that you didn't let that happen,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
It's one of the things that, we learned through our journey, how to become, how to stand our ground, how to build
Yeah.
our self-confidence, because you just coming, you learning, you shaking, you working, on shaking legs when you first come, and then
Yes.
through over time you build your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So how long was that program, the LPN?
It was just a year.
Mm.
I think it was a 12
Yeah.
month
Was the
program.
accelerated one? It isn't an
No,
accelerated.
No,
No,
that's
it's just
usually
like
what it is. Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
I don't think it's not accelerated.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
The beginning was rough.
Mm.
It was really rough. Language, the accent, my 2 years, I was more used to other international English
Yeah.
speaker. So when I first go in class, and then everybody around me now was American and white American speaker. We were only two black. The other black girl in the class was a black American girl. So I was the only person was English wasn't the first language, and the teacher was pure American and using the American accent. So I feel like I never learned English, so it took me at least a week to get adjusted, like to understand, like to get used to the accent,
Yeah.
and then maybe another week to try to understand what's going on. And by
Mm-hmm.
the time the first homework was coming due, they were reminding, oh, the first assignment due tomorrow. I'll be like, we have assignments, so
Oh,
it was rough. I remember coming home one night and just on the bed and crying and telling my husband, I
Oh.
don't think I can do it.
Do
Like
it,
the day
yeah.
I found out all the assignment, it was a Thursday, I found out like all the assignment were due on Friday. And there were, how they use all this, system to work here to study, like I can't
Yes.
remember. Now you go to college, you have this
go
interface
online. Yeah.
Blackboard.
online. Yeah, that's what we were using. It was
Something.
my very first time in Cameroon or Africa. We don't use that when you go to college. We write our note and go home and study
Everything,
and
yeah.
take the test.
Mhm.
So there were all these, how to log into this and then log into that, how to get the study guide. I'm expecting something print out. I still get a study guide to print out, but there were a lot of stuff in online that I wasn't even aware of. There were homework that were assigned. There were discussion that people were doing that I wasn't even signed. Yeah. So when the teacher said it was a test and she actually talked to me and she said, like, I see that you haven't started this and that is due tomorrow. I was like, oh my God, I'm just trying to understand these courses that we started. But she said, no, there's a lot. You have to log in. I have a lot online. So I went and logged in. When I got home and log in and look everything that is I need to do and it's due tomorrow. I found out I haven't even, logged into the course yet.
Yeah.
I was crying. I was telling my husband, I don't think I can do it.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God he was very sweet. I don't know how I made it, day by day, and the teacher gave me a little extension. And I have friends from there. I have few people that sit around me that they start making sure. I think thanks to those, they start every time there is a due date or there is important information, I have this lady, she was like maybe 60-year-old coming back. She worked as an aide and then she just came back to school. I mean, she was trying to get her LPN. So I was friend with her and she makes sure I get any important information. Like, did you know that this is due? Did you know, like, you have to? So I think she coached me from the beginning. When she found out that I was kind of lost, she helped me throughout. Yeah. But
Those
when
are
I
the
get,
angels that get
I-
sent to you when you're not expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow. So you got through that 1 year.
I got through, and I got pregnant. So by the time I graduated, I have a baby. So it was so.
That was a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean, it's built our resilience.
It really
It
does.
does. That's true.
You
You
can
don't know
tell
how
she,
you're gonna do it until you're done.
yeah,
I don't know how
I
I did it.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have this quiet confidence. Like if you talk to Irene, you'll just feel this just quiet confidence behind all of that. That and now as I listen to you, I see where it came from. Huh, interesting. And then after that, you were able, well, you got pregnant. So were you able to work or after?
No, I graduated when I have my baby before graduation, and and I have my baby like on the Thursday because you can miss so many class. When I got pregnant, I didn't know if I should drop because you have
A lot.
to those program you have to be present for a certain amount of hour to be allowed to do the licensing exams. So the teacher will say, I would love to help you, but at the end of the day, you have to put those hours in. You have to be here for this so that we can give you hours. So if you want to drop and come back next year, it's up to you. If you want to, find somebody to help with the baby. So I have my mom come over and I decide to go through with the baby. And I know, when I have the baby was like a Thursday and I had it my son by C-section. So on Monday, I missed school one day, Friday, and on Monday I got a breast pump. I pumped the milk and I went to school. My
Are
husband
you
dropped me.
serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
like to say
goodness.
that nursing school is hard to get in, but it's easy to get kicked out.
It is
Very
very easy.
easy.
Yeah. It was
Mm.
either that or I came the next day. Yeah, I was the
Oh
next
my
year, I
goodness.
mean.
Yeah, that's Wow.
Wow. Wow.
It's But a lot of support, I remember my husband driving me, helping me, out of the car, and I would go
Oh my
sit there.
God.
In the
Oh,
evening,
Lord.
he would come and take me home because I need to clock in and get that program.
I'm sitting
Can
here and I
imagine.
know that pain
Yeah.
firsthand. Just
That's
going up the
crazy.
stairs, you want to die. And you're going to class. Ah, okay. Whew. And
Wow.
then you went back to school Monday.
Mm. I took it easy, and then
And then you graduated then
I
after that.
graduated, and I
Nice.
start when I graduated, I transitioned to the RN program the
What
same
was,
summer.
did you take the same summer?
We graduate, I think it's August.
Mm-hmm.
And then September, I start taking. I started with my prerequisites for the RN program. So I took a 1-year prerequisites to get into the associate degree. And after I was done my prerequisites, I took a LPN to RN transition course. And I think another test. I think there were another test that you took, and then if you were accepted in the program. So I got accepted, and then I went into the associate degree. I did another year. So they were able to accept my full year of LPN into the RN program. So I just took the prerequisites, and then I did one more year to get my RN associate degree.
Wow.
And then that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And in the meantime, I was working as part-time, as LPN part-time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, were you working now with your LPN
Yes.
or did you pause? Okay.
I was working part-time, mainly I think I was working on the weekend at that time, evening shift in the weekend on the nursing home.
The one thing I'm jealous about you nurses is your schedule.
The flexibility,
No?
right?
Flexibility.
He has
No?
its
Yeah.
good and bad, you know.
I know it's good and bad, but man, when you're watching from on this side, the other side, I'm like, gosh, I wish I could have that flexibility. You know? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not over going
Some
back to
people say,
class.
well, nurses work 3 days and they off 4 days, but let me tell you, those 3 days, you're gonna spend half of those 4 days trying to get back
To
Cross
to
cover.
It's intense.
to get into the next 3 days, but it depends on the schedule. Like I rather do my 8 to 5 than those 3 and 4 because it's like it can be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
especially
be.
if
And
they're
you guys
not
are
like
pushing
one
a lot.
after the other. Like I like to do one after the other, but if they spread out, it's even worse. To me
Mm.
at least. And then if you work night shift, it's even more horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
What shift did you work,
Mm.
Irene?
I did at that point. I did evening shift on the weekend,
Mm.
3 to 11.
311, yeah.
I think I did 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 11. Because on Monday I went to school every day.
Mm.
Hmm.
That was
And then,
crazy.
yes, that was busy. So
So
you then go
yeah,
ahead. Go.
no, go ahead.
You're gonna ask about the RN or
No,
after
I
that?
was about to ask, when did the idea of the stores came
Oh
up,
yeah.
you know?
That's very recent, actually.
Oh, okay.
The store, yeah. I went to school. I finished the associate my RN. I started working as RN. I worked for 2 years, 2016, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back to school to finish my bachelor
Bachelor.
in
Oh.
nursing.
Mm.
But in the meantime, I was working
Okay. What's your specialty? Is
in
that what it is in nursing? I don't know. Like you
No,
told me,
at,
Bembo, you do.
at that level, there's no specialty.
Oh,
yeah,
you
It's
you can
just.
just
work anywhere, yeah.
yeah, you
Did
can
you
Oh,
do
work anywhere.
did you stay with nursing home or did you went to the hospital and stuff like that?
After my RN, I went
After
to the
hour you went
hospital.
to the hospital?
Yeah.
How did you like that?
Uh, it was good. I think my experience in the hospital was much better.
Oh, really? Yeah,
why?
I didn't like it. That was maybe the floor that because I know at the hospital people would tell you different floor, different
Mm-hmm.
situation. So I think my floor was just a lot. Yeah.
Yes, maybe it was I don't know, you have good day and bad, but I think in overall my experience and I like the hospital, what I was doing as a nurse in the hospital much better compared to the task I was doing in the nursing home because I
Yeah,
feel like
you
with an RN degree I don't do much. You
mm,
don't really utilize the degree in the nursing home.
Mm.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, critical thinking, no too much of really nursing skills. It's more like in the nursing home, there's a lot of, activity of daily life that I feel more like I'm helping people do medication and then with the activity of daily life, where most people that, like CNA can do. Yeah, I didn't feel I was really using my degree,
It's
utilizing.
funny because like when I work in a nursing home on the floor, I agree with you on that part on the floor. But then when I went into the clinic that was part of the nursing home,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I learned so much because I was so close to the doctors
Mm-hmm.
and they gave me so much power in a sense, like they taught me so much that when I went to the hospital, I felt like I took 10 steps back because
Oh,
you
wow.
have to call the resident for every little thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, some of them, and I know they just graduate, some of them, they had a hard time
Mm-hmm.
trusting certain nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you will ask for an order and they'll be like, yeah, let me think about it. And then you spend a good 20 minutes waiting for them to
Waiting on it.
give you the exact same order that you asked. So it was frustrating to me because I really felt like I took 10 steps back.
Mm.
So every day I was upset. There was not a day that I work at a hospital that I was not frustrated.
Yeah, in that
Every day.
aspect, yeah,
I was like, what
definitely.
do I need to pay somebody for Tylenol? Like, this
I
is
know.
ridiculous.
In the nursing home, you can write that as verbal order.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
standing orders. I was like, where are the standing orders? And people
Mhm.
were looking at me crazy. I'm like, seriously, this is insane.
So how long did you work? I guess you're still working as a nurse, right?
Yeah, right.
Since 2017,
2016.
2016. So when did
When
you
did
get your
you move?
BSN?
Oh, I got excited.
When did you get your
So
BSN?
2020. 2020. No, 20 was COVID. It was before that. 2019, I think.
19?
Yes.
Mm. Was that
Yeah,
in North Carolina or in New York?
it was in New York.
Yeah.
I got it in New
Ah,
York.
So
when
when
Yeah.
did
did you
you move
move
to
to
North
North Carolina?
Carolina?
Yeah. Sorry.
My sister.
Right?
I think we got to a point where we wanted to move out of the area.
Yeah.
We got 3 children by then. Our kids we're going to school. The area was very close out. I feel like we need to be in an area that's more, open, more
Open.
diverse,
Mhm.
and for the sake of our children, because they were going to school where they were basically the only Black. I started working as a nurse in a hospital where I'm the only Black person on the floor.
Mhm.
So imagine the school. There's a lot that happen, And in
Yeah.
school, I feel like my children are going through the same thing. Not
Mm.
really. I start feeling like we're gonna be some kind of identity crisis or yeah, so we feel like for them, we needed to move to a different area. So my husband started looking at, and then I wanted to be to a place where it was warmer. I was
Mm.
kind of tired of
Oh
The
God.
cold.
being cold all the time, the
Yeah, I can
snow, and
imagine.
Mm.
yes. So initially, I was talking with my manager because we have a manager that was on my floor that was very open. I was just talking with him one day, and he said, "Why don't you take, a travel nursing job somewhere where you're looking into?
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Go there, take an assignment, and see the area,
Mhm.
and then see if just take a couple of assignments and see what's like." So I talked to my husband. He decided to look around too. So he found a job here in Morrisville.
Mhm.
And then
North
we
Carolina
decided to
more.
do that. Yeah, he said, I'm going to go there. I'm going to start. You come, you took an assignment. I look into the area. I found a travel assignment at Wake Med.
Mhm.
And so we decided to rent a place for a year and then see how North Carolina. So I was like, wherever he find a job
Yeah.
first, we
Yeah.
are going to
Okay.
move there and try
Yeah.
the area.
Mhm.
So it was a very random pick. He applied many places and then he got here first. We look around, we saw that the school system were good. The area was pretty, bland.
Mhm.
The weather. We came first for 2 weeks, just drove around, stay here in a hotel and drove around and see the area. And then later on we decide to move.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right? The
And I'll
scenery.
tell you, I love this area. Like every
Mhm.
day, I thank God and I ask myself, why was I up there for 10 years? Why didn't I move earlier?
That's true. So
Birma, did you
when
feel
you
like that when you
Mhm.
moved? Because Birma
Oh
was in New
yeah,
York too.
absolutely. Yeah. But my in-laws were already here, so we used to come on vacation,
Mhm.
back and
Okay.
forth on vacation. But then when I found out I was pregnant with the second one, I was like, okay, maybe we can use the help.
Mhm.
And yes, ready for a warmer climate and just how open it is and
Yeah,
the fact that they get to grow up with family, you know.
yeah. North
So
Carolina is
yeah,
amazing.
It
You know,
absolutely.
is.
we
Have
have
the
everything. We have the
Mm.
mountains, we have,
yes,
we
yeah.
have
We have
everything.
the
Close
beach,
to
we
the
have
beach.
Yeah,
it, you know.
Yeah, a
We,
little bit of everything. And
yeah,
the people are nice.
yeah.
they
Oh,
are.
that's a
They're
Yeah,
very
friendly.
important.
that's true.
They're not New Yorkers all over the place.
You know, and when you live there, you really don't realize. Like, I live in
That's
New York
true.
for 10 years. I never ever noticed that people are kind of, not very, open and
Mhm.
smiley and friendly until I came down here for that assignment. When we moved down here, we kept our house. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
didn't sell. We were just gonna come, see. And
Mm-hmm.
so after that school year, when summer came, I was doing that summer for a year. We decided to move down here. So we went back home. We said we're gonna go back home this summer and clean the house, sell the house, and then move down here. So for that summer, I decided to take a travel assignment back home in a different hospital than where I was working. And when I went back, it was like a shock for me. So you walk on the floor, the way the nurses
Mm-hmm.
talk, the way patients interact, the way people interact. I came with a different,
Yeah.
I was seeing
Perspective.
yeah. And then that's when I noticed, I'm like, why are people, why do they I used to live and like that it was just okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
I picked
If
the
you
difference.
It's a big difference when you
Yeah.
visit New York and listen to them, and it's definitely very different. And I'm surprised, BMO, you didn't feel. Did you feel it when you moved? Did you feel that difference or no?
When
I'm grew up in big cities, like from
Ah,
Congo to France to. So at first, when I left New York, I used to feel like everybody else was on the slower side. They take their time, and it's like, can we get going? Can we get there? I remember my husband used to tell me like, okay, we're not New York anymore. Like we take our time around here. And I was like, no kidding. But I got used to it. And now when I go back, it's like you change your mood, you just adapt. So I don't know. I still like both. I like the balance of it. But it's
mm,
true that as a family, I don't see myself living there. I like it here. It's
mm,
more like more family oriented. That's for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
mm.
Do you guys have a big community here? Did you have to like reach out to your community, or you guys are more just like on your side?
We have a community. It's
Oh.
actually, yeah, one of the big things that we found a Cameroonian community. It's actually a very big community.
Mm.
And even inside the community, there are micro community, people are divided into tribes. And yeah, it's just amazing. We are part of it. The kids are part of it. And I can see a big change in the
Oh,
children when they meet with other children that are, like them.
like
Mm,
them, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter even mentioned it. Like the
mm.
first time we went to church, it was an African church.
Mm.
She was so excited and she told me,
Oh,
Mommy, I really like this place. I love this place. And I'm like, what do you like about it? She's like, first of all, they are all like us. They're
oh,
like, us. And for a kid to say that,
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, to feel that difference.
yes.
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm gonna mention, do you remember I said this girl doesn't know she has 24 hours? She's
Mm.
also a mentor in her community. It's a
Oh,
mentor.
that's
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
Can you
absolutely.
imagine? Kids, or you teach Sunday school. Which one is it again? Remind me.
Oh, I teach the kids activities in the Cameroonian community.
Yes.
Mhm.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
So she keeps the tradition, like to kind of they get to learn where they're from, and
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the
That's
yeah,
That's
culture.
really good.
which is
Yeah.
I really admired that, which is
Mm,
something we don't have. Which
mm, mm.
yeah, and then so from the nurse you moved here, you got comfortable, and
Mm.
then you started braiding, or you went into the shop.
I moved here during COVID. I did travel nursing for a couple of years. I just recently stopped,
Mm,
uh, a little over a year. When I say recently, maybe a year.
Mm.
a
Yeah,
year.
I did. When I came back, when I finished that, I didn't even finish the assignment in New York. I get comfortable down here with less, the patient
Mhm.
ratio is less, the
Mhm.
workload was less.
Oh.
So when I went back, I went back into a bigger hospital. It was during COVID. It was uh, a cardiac, like a CT, cardiothoracic surgery patient, really like fresh coming out of heart surgery. And I
Mm.
was getting 6, 7 patients freshly out of surgery or going to surgery, or some of them were on isolation. It was just too much, and I feel like I wasn't getting a lot of help, just not what I got used to down here. So I didn't end up finishing the contract. I stopped the contract, I moved, and we came back. So I came back, I took another assignment, but with Duke. So I did another year of contract with Duke, and then I went into internal contracting with them. I work as a nurse around, so like an internal contractor, just going from different unit to different unit until this year, January of this year. That's when I went full time. And in the meantime, I was looking, when I moved down here, where we live, we didn't have any African shop. So we have to drive a while. And my husband and other friend, we start thinking about what can we do as business, something that like build just a future, like something that we can invest into it such way that tomorrow we don't rely just on our maybe retirement, or people are losing their jobs. If you don't have a job, maybe have a place where you can still have something that can give you at least something to eat. Or we start thinking like that, and we kind of brainstorm different businesses. We look into gas station, we look into different business, and the needs, we look into the community where we living right now, and we found out that there were a need. The main need was an African store, something that we didn't have, and the community is big. So we start looking into, that's how the idea came, brainstorming into location, leases, area. It start from just a thought, and then we start looking into it, and then today we open. It was a big journey too. It wasn't easy, but
Are you okay sharing a little bit of that journey, just so if anybody would be curious? You remember there's a lady actually that I ran into the other day. Not the other day, that I remember, the one I told you, who was also thinking of opening one. I think she was from Sierra Leone, I think, and she lives in some city very far from here. It was about an hour drive, and she's like, Sanford, I think. She was thinking, the same thing. So anyway, my point is, for those who would be curious, if you could maybe touch on the journey a little bit.
Yes. Initially, it's a very foreign thing for us. We have the idea, but we didn't know how to get there. The legal part. What do we need to open a business? We all knew, none of us have owned a business before. So we were like, how do you start? We start looking into document. We even went into looking into our initial project was doing home care, group home, opening or something like that. Because I'm in the health field. So that part, when I look into the legal, because we start reading, contacting people, contacting the city, the county, and say, hey, we want to do this. What are the requirements? So we did that for the group home, and then all the requirements that we just found out it was a lot. It's not something. And then the liability, it scared me a little bit.
Insurance, huh?
Yeah, all the liability, it scared me a little bit. So I say, maybe for now, let's put that project. So we went project by project, and then we went into gas station, because in the group there's always somebody who says this is the best business. This person who's like, the business to go to is this one. So we go and find the information and bring it down to the table, and then we put it on the side, and then we visited gas station. We went around, found people who were selling, go and visit and talk to them. And then we went into one of the gas station that was very, very back in the country. And while we were there talking to the owner, he has a gun, like a pistol. And I'm asking myself, and then you know how the screen is all like, it was a prison cell, like And those was my reference. Like, I don't
You're like,
think I can
nope,
be here.
not here.
So
Oh, that's
that
really
that was
funny because gas stations are always on TV for
Yeah,
something, right?
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Those
So
are
I
the
told
signs, you know, those windows that have like the extra layer.
Right.
yeah.
You better get out of that place quick.
So I was like, this is not a business where I feel I can take my life or my family life into. So that was a big no. And then we start thinking about something. So anyway, you walk into it, you know,
Yeah.
people are telling you thinking there's potential, but when you see and the risk you measure, you know. And then at the end, African store end up being the safest. And it's something that we know, you know, we all know about
Yes.
our food. It's a business that we know.
Mm.
So the main thing was the technicality, how to open the business. So we start calling, you know, the city and asking how to open the business. We open the LLC. And then we start looking into location. It was another big thing. It took us 6 months to find a location. I drove everywhere. I looked into posts, went and visiting places. And I would tell you, all those places that are open are ready to rent until you show up and say you want to open an African store.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's become a different ball game.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
like
wow.
it's like, I don't know. I feel like when they say, oh, it's open, it's what space, how big you will look into business. Yeah, absolutely. You want to come visit today? Like they are eager to show you the place. And then when you show up, they see you and then they start asking, what do you want to use the place for? What do you sell in an African store? Have you opened one
Food.
before? Do you know, like, have you done a business before? Do you have the population? Do you have the market? You have the money? It become a whole like,
Wow.
so most of the place will be like, I'm not sure about what the African store is, but I'm going to talk to the landlord and see if he will okay a business, and then they'll say they will get back to you, and then it will always be, most of the time the landlord say they're looking more, you know, like office area. But before, so, and when you get 2 or 3 answers like that, you feel what the problem is. Like the resistance is mainly because they're not familiar, or they have a particular idea of what the African store, or they don't just want to, you know, deal with, you know. So we start changing the narrative, saying we're looking into open an exotic store. We want to sell
It
exotic
sounded
goods.
better.
Oh
I
my
guess.
gosh. Can
Yeah,
you imagine?
after somebody told me he doesn't want the space to sell any meat or any smell or any fishy
God.
product,
Oh my
I
God.
remove meat and fish from anything that I want to sell. So
Oh my
from now
God.
on, I'm saying we want to sell, you know, exotic product. We want to
Yeah.
sell clothing, artwork, you know,
Mhm.
kind of, yes. So it was another journey itself. But
Yeah.
I look far, I look everywhere. I was discouraged. One day I drove, like the area actually is like 10 minutes from my house, but I was driving 30 minutes to look for places. I just saw this sign and then I stopped by. Actually went and did a U-turn and called the number that was on the sign. And the lady was available to show me the place. She said it's available. So I came and talked to her. She never asked me anything. It was luck. Sometimes I just say thank God, because I feel like that was the place that God was saving for
Meant to
us.
be, yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
meant to
was
be there
10 minutes away from the house. Can you
from the
imagine?
house. Yeah. I can call, when I can get a call for a customer and go open the house and yeah, you know, and out, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and the lady was very, very nice. Until now, I have never had an issue with her. Even when we have issue with, you know, neighbor when we first started, she's always on our side. She didn't give us any hard time. She didn't even want, you know, she just
Oh,
tell you what she
nice.
want you. Like even putting our shopping cart, when the minute we went there and put our sign up, we start having resistance around. You know, people that have been in the building for, since the building was built, 30 years, you know, they are like, you're going to change. This place is always like this, bringing shopping cart, like it's going to change. You should put everything inside like everybody else. You should, and you know,
Let me tell you, when something is meant to be and for you,
It
sorry,
is. Yeah.
no one can take it, no one can mess it up. It is
Mhm.
going to be yours how you want it.
Absolutely.
Wow. Gosh,
And
Irene,
thank
you are.
God for your resilience as well,
I
not giving up,
know.
you know,
Mhm.
because it seems like you were meeting all the blocks, but you know, but thankfully
Yeah.
you did it.
Embarrassing.
You kept going. Yeah,
Yeah, like finding the right business for you,
I know.
finding the right spot for it.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's nice.
that's good. Yeah.
And so at the store, now you finally opened. You
Yes, we are
sell.
open. We did a lot of back, one step forward, three back, one step.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know a lot of things. We
Yeah.
got the business, and then we wanted to change it the way we want. We thought maybe, like back home when you have your local, you can just
Mhm.
adjust, fix it the way you want. I didn't know that if you
No.
have if you're doing a commercial activities, anything that you want to do in the business, you have to have the permit. Even like to move a wall, to change any
Mhm.
structural, we did not know that. So we went ahead and start just, changing. And then I called at some, I don't remember and then I don't remember what it was that I have to call the inspector and talk to them, and he's like, and I told them that, oh, electricity,
Mm.
because when our previous landlord, when he moved out, they have to stop and switch to us, and for a while we didn't have electricity, and I would need electricity to do the work. So I called them and said like, hey, I want to do the work. My um contractor need this and this. And then he was like, which contractor? So are you moving things? Do you have the permit to break? I'm like, no. He's like, you need to stop it. So I didn't know. So he said
Yeah.
you need to find a oh God, do you call the people who design plan?
Oh,
Oh,
like an
oh.
Architect.
architect?
Architecture. Yeah.
So, like, to touch any business, to change any structural, you need to find an architect to draw the plan. You need to find a mechanical engineer to do this. The
Oh
city
my
have to
goodness.
approve before you touch anything. So we have to
Wow.
stop everything.
You're already halfway.
I was halfway done.
My God. Mhm.
So
Oh my
now
God.
when, yeah, I always like somebody come like, oh, if you're looking for a local to do any business, the least move you need to do in the business is the best, even if it's cheaper, or if it's like, look, if you have a business, you want to open something, you don't want to build anything, the more open space you have is the
The
better. If
better.
you have stuff that you have to break down, it's going to cost you a lot and a loss of time, because everything
Mm.
need to go to the city. They have to approve it. They have to come back, and everything we tell me in terms of weeks. It's not like they approve it today. And then you have to find a general contractor, and the contractor who does commercial are different from the contractor who does. So they have to be like commercial contractor, and those are hard to find too. So you will find for this little job, they will tell you they don't. Then even the wall, like to fix a ceiling, they have to be a commercial ceiling, and the person who install have to be somebody who does certified to do commercial buildings. So it was it was a lot. There were a lot of things that we found out as we were going. So it took us like 6 months to renovate the place and open.
Wow. And you're paying your rent.
And you are paying the
Wow.
rent. The
Yeah.
landlord gave us 3 months
Oh, nice.
Okay.
free to renovate, but it took us longer. So in the
Yeah.
meantime, we have to pay 3 months into it.
Wow.
And did you
Wow.
get good response from your community? Were they supporting and coming to
Yes.
buy? Good.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
It's a process, You have to get people to get people to know that you are there.
Mm.
Even a year later, we still have people who live 5 minutes away who still drive far away, that are not aware
They
that
don't
there's a
know.
mega store right next door. So we still have people that come like that and like, why we have an African store here? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a process. Every day you see the number going up.
That's
Mm.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
She's in Wake Forest, by the way. That's where
Okay.
the store is, and we'll put that information for you when we
We post the episode. Yeah.
when we
Mm-hmm.
post the episode, so we make sure we get some foot traffic. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, every time I go there, I'm telling you, it is so hard to work out without something. Ah, because a little bit of everything from all the countries, or I feel like
Mm.
for most countries. She has njahe. Yes, for those of you who knows njahe, it's like that black bean. I was like, God, how do you have this? I used to wait for someone from DC to buy that for me. Can you imagine? I would go all the way to Kerry to get it. And she has like the white sweet potatoes, and she has all these
Wow.
things. I know. It's a nice place. And then how did you decide to add braiding? Because yeah, she did this. Just to let you all know.
Ah, let me think. I don't even remember how I got to that for myself. Yeah, I don't remember how
No,
it turned into.
you
I
just
was
it
probably just doing hair in there, and then that breeding salon was in the plan. It was our office.
Mm.
So
oh yes, because it's actually the
Oh, it's in there?
it's the it's inside the
Okay.
shop, and it's a partitioned space
Mm.
in there, which
Okay.
makes sense because it really looks like an office space.
Mm.
I got it.
yeah,
Okay.
I always do hair. Like I always, since I was little, I always do hair. It's something I really enjoy doing. It's like my hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Paying hobby.
think I might have been, I don't remember exactly how it turned into this, but I might have been doing hair because I wasn't advertising when I started. I never ever thought that I would be doing hair in there. I wasn't advertising or anything. I know I started doing somebody hair in there. Maybe it was my own or a kid. I don't remember. And then more and more people walking in and say, "Hey, you do hair, hey," and that's how it's all started. And then we like, oh, actually, maybe we can do hair in here.
Mm.
And then, I started slowly, and yeah,
And now
today
she's
it's a
too
full.
busy I cannot get her until I have
I
to book
know.
her 2-3 weeks out. But I'm so happy for you, Irene.
Mhm.
Very happy.
That's
Very,
amazing. That's
A
a
good
that's a
story.
yeah, you have a lot on your
Yeah.
plate.
quite a journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we have to tell this. Like, every time I talk to her, I find out something new about her. I'm like, we have to get this one out there so people can also see that it is doable.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right?
doable.
It is doable. Yes, it could be hard, but it is doable.
Mhm.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
not easy, but it is. We can do a lot. I
Yeah.
think African women are, the most resilient women
Unstoppable.
in the world. I think so. We have such baggage. We come with a big baggage already, and then we are
Yep.
and we go through a lot of things, but
Mhm.
we still do wonderful things.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll have you back again another time to tell us how everything's going with the store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll do a field trip one day and come visit. Okay.
Oh,
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
that would
You
be
come to the
wonderful.
store, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling
Awesome.
you. It's
Yeah.
worth it. And she has some very nice outfits there too, by the way.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And Birma, y'all can go and do your whole French.
But now I know that there was a Cameroonian
Mm-hmm.
store, so it's good to know.
Yeah.
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 It's called African Caribbean.
African
So,
Caribbean.
African Caribbean. Okay.
Wake African and Caribbean market.
Wake
Okay.
Wake
African.
African Caribbean market.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
the exotic store.
Yeah, the exotic. Yeah, that was the idea to bring,
Yes.
create a little Africa there.
Cool. Yeah, I like it.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well,
Amazing.
I love how we ended it with saying, African women, we really are resilient. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We can do anything we put our minds to
That's for sure.
do it. It's a very nice way to end it. Well, Irene, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you. This
Thank you
was
for
Thank you for
sharing.
having me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
this
so
is a
much fun.
wonderful thing, and it's a wonderful platform to, to give African
Mm-hmm.
women a voice to
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
explain their journey. I don't think I have ever sit somewhere and, speak about my journey.
And
This
talk
is the
about your
very
See, that's a
story.
beginning.
beginning for
Yeah.
everything.
Yes. And what an impact. Because somebody's gonna listen to you and
Yeah, be
realize
like,
they can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
All right.
that's awesome.
All right,
Thank
ladies.
you.
I hate saying
Until
bye.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Managed to find me an apartment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they have the network, how they work to place homeless people. Imagine I was homeless. It's not funny.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But in my mind, I was not like a serial homeless. It was just
Temporary.
temporary. That is the course of event, as I mentioned.